Target has announced it is pulling out of its Canadian operations. 133 stores are set to shut down. More than 17,000 workers are ready to lose their jobs now. The company says the stores will remain open during a court-supervised liquidation period and that it's working to ensure that employees are paid at least 16 weeks of severance. The U.S.-based retailer only entered the Canadian market 2 years ago, but now says it can't see turning a profit before at least 2021. Target will work with an advisor to sell its real estate.
I'll miss it. I always shop there.
Really?
Yeah.
Which one do you shop at?
And sometimes I shop in the Metro Town, sometimes in Surrey.
I'm pretty surprised, actually. It seemed to be doing pretty well, and then all of a sudden there was the announcement. But, you know, it's tough when American companies come into the Canadian economy, right? They try to make a big impact against stores like Walmart and things like that, right, who's been here for quite a while now.
In other news, there's a push to raise the minimum wage once again in British Columbia, this time up to $15 per hour. A campaign is being held in a number of cities this morning, including here in Vancouver. Greg Harper now joins us live with more on that. Greg?
Good morning, Jody. Well, should the minimum wage be increased? There'll be lots of people here at Commercial and Broadway this morning that believe that it should be. This is a campaign that's taking place today here and throughout the province. It's called Fight for 15, and it's being organized by the BC Federation of Labour, which believes that the current minimum wage, which is $10.25 an hour, isn't enough, that those who are working full-time and are earning minimum wage are well below the poverty line and can't make ends meet. So the BC Federation of Labour believes that the minimum wage needs to go up now by nearly $5 and should be at $15 an hour. What do you think about this?
Maybe it's a little bit too much. Yeah, that's right. But I think that people deserve that.
Minimum wage in a big city should go up, and the outlying regions, yeah, they should go up too, because, you know, overall prices in general world are just going up.
At $10.25, a little too low, but it's better than our friends across the border, so not complaining right now.
So this Fight for 15 campaign will involve people handing out leaflets. They're looking for people to sign a petition as well. The president of the BC Federation of Labour will be here this morning, and we will have a chat with her when she arrives. Jody?
All right, we're looking forward to that. Thanks so much. Greg Harper reporting live for us this morning. Unionized truckers at Port Metro Vancouver are meeting with the province later today. They want to make sure an agreement over pay that was signed last year is put into place. Truck drivers have agreed to strike again if the promises aren't enforced. The port saw a major slowdown last spring as more than 1,000 drivers went on strike. It's believed veteran mediator Vince Reddy will be on hand to try and help them come to an agreement. People in Port Moody have had another chance to meet with those behind the construction of the Evergreen Line. 2 sinkholes near the project have property owners incredibly worried about their homes. The crumbling concrete is being blamed on a tunnel boring machine. 80 people packed a room in Coquitlam last night to ask questions to the project's engineering team. Many say they left that discussion with their concerns unanswered.
They need to be way more proactive. They need to be on site talking to residents, if not daily, then at least weekly. We need updates in our mailbox. We need them going door to door. There needs to be representation walking around the site.
The Evergreen Line is about halfway through construction. A chef who installed a hidden camera in the washroom of a Gastown restaurant has been given a suspended sentence of 12 months probation. Alan Bosomworth was a co-owner of the now closed Two Chefs and a Table. He was also banned from possessing any cameras or video recording devices. The defense had asked for a conditional discharge, but the judge said Bosomworth deserved a criminal record because she said personal privacy in highly private places must be protected. Bosomworth secretly recorded staff and patrons for 4 days in December of 2012 before the camera was discovered by his business partner. The Utah-based Mormon Church says it has won a significant court victory here in British Columbia. The Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints filed a lawsuit last year against Bountiful's Winston Blackmore. Blackmore, who was charged with practicing polygamy, has consented to an order banning him from using any variation of the church's name. Utah's Mormon Church, which renounced polygamy more than a century ago, says the public needs to recognize there is no affiliation. Just coming up to 7:06, let's talk some sports here. Canucks hope to kick their current slump with today's game in Philadelphia. The Canucks have scored only 2 goals during their winter swoon. Most recently, they suffered the tough 5-1 loss to the NHL-leading Nashville Predators. That was Tuesday. Ryan Miller missed the last 2 games because of flu-like symptoms. He expects to be back in goal today against the Flyers. Game starts at 4 o'clock, and you can watch it on Sportsnet Pacific. Green Bay Packers are flying into Seattle tomorrow night, a day earlier than usual, for Sunday afternoon's kickoff against the Seahawks in the NFC title game. The Packers have won 12 of their last 14. Back in week 1, the last time they played the Seahawks, it was a blowout, 36-16 loss for the Pack. Green Bay not only up against the defending Super Bowl champs, but also faced the problem of quarterback Aaron Rodgers' strained calf. But analysts say that even on one leg, Rodgers, the likely NFL MVP, is probably the best quarterback the Seahawks have faced in months.
We have confidence that we can win on the road, and it's a tough environment. We've split our games on the road this year. Played up there in week 1. It's a great environment to play in. It's loud. They're a great defense. It's going to be a great test.
I think you saw that last week. There were a few opportunities he could have probably run for the first down, and he instead threw the football, and still made a play out of it. But I think it takes a little bit of his mobility, but he's still just as tough a ball player to play against.